So appropriately, my lecture begins with a conversation between a reporter and a reality TV producer. Good morning. Good morning. And it was fascinating because this conversation dealt with the Trump presidency and its similarities to reality TV. I'm hearing a little humor and I'm seeing some really serious faces, but do bear with me. You see, the reality TV producer said that there is a similarity because conflict and drama are the key drivers in the reality TV paradigm. And Mr. President is adept at using these techniques to hook us and create an emotional response. As was brought about in our invocation, we have at work in the world, no matter where you go, different roles that are universal in being played. And the primary role is that of victim. But in order to have a victim, then you have to have the give and the take in it, so there is also the role of the perpetrator and then the rescuer. And in these days and times, I think that all of us realize stress does abound. So, welcome to planet Earth. The constant creation of conflict and drama is having its effect. Now, there are solutions to this. And the primary solution I want to mention right off the bat, and that is don't participate. And if you find yourself participating, then remind yourself you don't have to participate. But then if you are participating, there are a few things that we can do about it. Because we do need to take care of ourselves. We need to bring ourselves back to our best versions. So that when we go to bed at night, we aren't worried about the bloody knife that we have under our pillow that we use during the day. You guys are just way too serious. We need ways really to reduce the levels of anxiety and stress. To have the adrenaline actually get back down to just a murmur. Now, I have something available for you today, and as you're looking that way, I just knew you were going to be thirsty. And I have the very best thing for that, you see. So we're going to make this available right now. And that is, it's in the form of water. It is the second most important thing to life. The first, of course, is oxygen. Then you have to have water. In order for our bodies to survive, we have to have just the right amounts of water. Now, today isn't just any water. Today is special water. It really is. I want you to realize I went through laborious effort to make sure that you got the absolute best water possible. And if you think I'm kidding just because I have a smile on my face, I'm not. You see, because this water, one, it has been activated with vibrations of love, peace, and joy. In addition to that, it has been placed in the vicinity of a machine that activates it even more. And not only that, but it has also been ozonated. So you are getting triple dose of really fine water to help you to, on a cellular level, be at ease. I was going to have everyone stand up at attention to begin this, but then I saw you already generating enough tension that we didn't have to go there. And you were doing it on such an unconscious level, I didn't want to disturb you. So I thought the easiest thing to do would just to be bring in the water, that your cells have the intelligence of discerning its frequency, so that it can do what it is designed to do, and that is return to its natural, normal state of well-being. Now, this is really hard to do for anxious people. And the world is being stimulated to be anxious. You don't have to stretch your imagination too far to get a feel for how we are being manipulated to stay anxious. Not only does it reduce our capacity so far as being present, it also wears us down to where we are less inclined to, one, have a good relationship with ourselves, or even inclined to have relationships that are good with others. Now, many of you are just beginning to awaken to the realization that you are the creator of your life. This may seem to be out of the question when it's put in the context of what's being generated in the world today. But it isn't. It's just the right situation that we ask for. To realize this requires that you really get your head out of the sand and you stop paying attention to the distractions and you begin to open up to consider what really is important for me in order for me to feel good about living my life. Now, has everyone had a sufficient drink? By the way, that has just been laced with just the slightest of LSD. Those of you who are out there in the watching audience, sorry, but I can't just transport that across. So, now, anxious people. Let's tune into them for a moment. Probably the one that just had some of that water is starting to relax a little bit. But at the same time, is beginning to be a little fearful about maybe what he said regarding the LSD. And others of you may have traded in your anxiety for anticipation. Okay. Stop to think now. Anxiety really is fear. And if fear is allowed to roam freely, we can then say that we allow fear to rule our mind. This then causes a situation where your emotions are using you instead of you using your emotions. The water is beginning to do its work right now, so we're able to settle down and realize that there are things that we can do to help ourselves to where we become more at ease and being us. I'm going to present just an exercise that all of us can engage in right now. It's a mindful exercise. And it's where you use your physical senses to help yourself become focused on what is. Look around you. What colors do you see? Look at them. Look at the different colors. You can see all the different colors that are here. Now, look at the different shapes. Look at the different shapes that are here. There are squares, cylinders, rectangles, drops, lines. There are swirls. And then look and see for movement. You can see people turning. You can see their heads swiveling, but only going so far. You can then open your ears and begin to hear the sounds that are present. You can hear the sound of my voice. You might even can hear the rustle of your garments if you're moving. You might can hear someone walking. You can hear the faint sound of your own breath as you become still enough to allow your ears to hear. And what can you feel? You can feel the temperature of the air around you. You can feel your fingers touching the cup. You can feel the fabric in your clothes as you move. You can feel the rise and the fall of your belly as you breathe. And notice that in you choosing to exercise your right of choice and consciously choosing to use your senses, that the anxiety lessens. Because you see, you have to feed the beast. And if you don't feed it, it stops demanding of you. And while we stop at the belly, how is your belly right now? Is it soft? You have tension in your belly? You can soften your belly right now as you breathe. So that as you inhale through your nose and out through your mouth, your belly softens. So that you use your diaphragm. And actually, you're getting more oxygen into your lungs if you do have a soft belly approach. And the oxygen, of course, is that other necessary ingredient right along with water that's required for life. And when you consider it this way, adding to the quality of your life. Softening your belly also helps to activate the vagus nerve. And this, of course, promotes more relaxation and more emotional ease. So, at ease, everyone. Through these things, you begin to realize that you can and you do affect yourself by the choices that you make. And if you start making conscious choices to be at ease and to allow energies such as love, peace, and joy to be the energies that you form relationships with, you are going to definitely be experiencing more ease and less anxiety. And distractions? Distractions are always going on. but they will not be distractions to you if you give them not your attention. And if you do find yourself following the lead of distraction, you can always bring yourself back and choose to be at ease, so that no matter who happens to be the clown in the suit, you'll see it as a show. And you'll realize that it is an ongoing show, and it will have actors and actresses that will come in and come out. But you'll realize it for the show that it is, and you won't take it so seriously. And you'll be able to let it go. And in its place, you'll put your priorities of honoring yourself. You'll put in its place an awakening as to why you really are here on this planet right now. And that is for you to discover you, instead of being distracted by the clowns, by the shows, and let that go on. Because you see, in this, we all have the right to choose whatever we will. And if we decide to choose to be distracted and to then vibrate with that distraction in whatever way it's leading us, then we are giving our power away. And while we may complain and say that we're a victim, there will be another part of us that will be watching us live out that, and will say, this is the way you're choosing right now to discover yourself. And eventually, you'll get to the place where you see, if this is my life, I think I've wasted enough on that. Or I have put enough of myself into that to see I'm not going to get any more out of it, because there's nothing there to get. And you'll shift. And in your shift, you'll find that truly an ease begins to reveal itself in you and through you, because you will be shifting to your true nature. So, there's a lot of things that were brought forth here today, and a lot of things that were not brought forth here today. And they're all awaiting our discovery. My encouragement to you is, at ease, everyone. Instead of getting all bent out of shape, because it's not going the way you believe it should go, relax. It's okay. I don't remember ever hearing that planet Earth was a holiday. But there's a lot of things here to be discovered that are truly beautiful. But you've got to have the awareness of beauty to be able to appreciate them. So a simple way to make that connection is be at ease. Thank you. For more information about the Metaphysical Church of Enlightenment or the Rodin Foundation, please go to our website at www.rodin.org. If you have been inspired by the revelations shared in these podcasts, please donate to the Rodin Foundation's ongoing efforts to help others help themselves at www.rodin.org/donate.